Hello, my name is Laura Hurley and I'll be talking to you today about why Minnesota is the best state to live. Year after year, Minnesota continues to be ranked as the best state to live in the United States. As someone who was born and raised here and has lived here for the last 31 years, I believe I'm very qualified to speak on this subject. Minnesota is rightly rated as the best state to live due to our wonderful seasons, the sports and culture, and our education and career opportunities. Minnesota became a state in 1858, and for those of you that may not know, Minnesota is located in the center of the United States and is the northernmost state in the continental US. Okay, all right. It is known as the land of 10,000 lakes due to the fact that we have over 10,000 lakes in the state of Minnesota. And also a fun fact, according to US News, it was the first state to offer troops to the Union during the Civil War, even though we were the youngest state at the time. So that's a really cool fact, right? All right. And like I stated earlier, Minnesota is in the northernmost state, so we get very cold winters and lots of snow. But I consider that to be positive because with that come a lot of snow and cold weather activities such as hockey, cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, and ice fishing. So we have a lot of people that come to Minnesota just for those reasons. So I see it as a benefit. And also due to this, drivers learn to adapt to poor weather quickly. We can go basically anywhere and learn how to drive in any condition because we've driven in the snow and the blizzards. During the summers, the lakes that freeze over in the winter, they're filled with boaters pulling tubers and people going skiing and just people out on the water enjoying the warm weather and sunny days. In addition to this, Minnesota is known for our sports and culture. We have 5 major sports teams, men pro sports teams, and a really well-known women's sports team. So the Minnesota Lynx, a women's basketball team that do very well nationally. The Minnesota Timberwolves is an NBA team. Minnesota Wild is a hockey team. Go Wild. And also the Minnesota Twins. We do very well at what sport? Baseball. Good job, yes. Very well at baseball. Okay. Another fun thing about Minnesota is we have Minnesota State Fair here. Many small towns can bring their livestock to be a contest and vegetables and all these different types of things, these contests that go on, which is great. But my favorite part of it is a lot of family businesses come and are able to have things such as the Pronto Pup stand, which is very good. Basically like a corn dog, but better. We had a lot of people come to the state fair last year, and in 2018, the attendance was over 2 million people, over a week and a half, 2 weeks of activities, which is pretty great, brought in a lot of revenue to Minnesota. Also, we have Valley Fair here, which is similar to Six Flags. It's an amusement park. It's fun for kids to go to and even adults. And then also the Mall of America. And according to a website called 555, over 40 million visitors annually visit the Mall of America, and it brings in over $800 million in tax revenue a year. And that is just increasing. That's pretty great. Another fun thing that I love about Minnesota is that it's very well known for music. If you've ever heard of Prince, Prince was from Minnesota and he lived here for a very long time, right? Everybody knows who Prince is. And First Avenue is a very famous music hall where a lot of well-known musicians have started their careers out, and it was a stepping stone for their career. So people such as U2, Joe Cocker, Eminem, and Tina Turner. So it's a very diverse group of people that have started here. One of the things that I personally love though about Minnesota is our commitment to education. According to Patch.com, Minnesota's high school graduation rate is 93.1%, and that's the highest of any state in the United States. So that's something to be proud of. And similarly, 74.4% of adults here in Minnesota have at least some post-secondary education, and also it's the highest share of any state. So this means that our state residents are better equipped to find high-paying jobs. And we also have one of the lowest poverty rates in the entire United States, so it kind of goes hand in hand. Another great thing for those people that have that post-secondary education, there's a lot of Fortune 500 companies located in Minnesota, companies such as 3M, Best Buy, United Health Group, and also Target. And I think everybody knows what Target is at this point. And then another wonderful thing about Minnesota is not only do we focus on education, but our commitment to healthcare for our citizens and for those around the world and the country. We have the Mayo Clinic located here in southern Minnesota, and they're synonymous with innovation and change in healthcare. So it's a great place that people come to for many types of treatments, and we're just very well known for that as well. So I think that after discussing those things, you can see why Minnesota is such a great place to live. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, what's your favorite thing about Minnesota?
I like to play hockey.
You do? Okay. And Minnesota's what?
The state of hockey.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good job, it is. What about you?
I like the state fair
You
for the
do?
food.
For the food? What's your favorite thing? State fair.
Prime Pups.
Piranha Pups. Okay. All right. What about you? What do you love about Minnesota?
The summers.
The summers. So would you all agree that Minnesota is the best state to live?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, great. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I hope that you've enjoyed my presentation and agree with me that Minnesota is the best and you all should move here. Thank you.